really cool. And let's talk about the board game Clue, and we
Hmm.
talk about the movie, but let's tell people what it's about because maybe
Sure.
a few folks hadn't really played the game, board
Hmm.
games. Even though I love board games and all
Yeah.
that, so tell us like what is this about? What is
So the game itself is, of course, it's a board because it's a board game, but it's divided into rooms in a mansion.
okay?
And what you're supposed to do in the game is figure out who the murderer is, what weapon they used, and what room they were in when they did it.
Yes.
So that's the basis. So when we go and see the play, we're all going to Body Manor, and we are greeted by the butler, Wadsworth, who is like the glue that holds the whole show together.
Yeah.
And he has all these six guests, the ones that are based on the game pieces. That would be Professor Plum, Colonel Mustard, Mrs. White, Mrs. Peacock, Mr. Green, and Miss Scarlet. They're all there. They are all invited to this mansion in the pretense of a dinner party.
Okay.
But what they find out once they get into this party is that all six of them are being blackmailed by the same person. And they didn't know that before they arrived together. So now, while they are there, they meet this person who has been blackmailing them, and he gives them an ultimatum. You either pay me more money, or you have to kill our butler Wadsworth. Well, that just throws a chaos into the whole evening. So things start happening, people start dying, and it is crazy. But it's not a somber show. It is so funny and goofy and silly and campy almost.
Yeah.
I think people will just really, really enjoy it. And one thing you mentioned about Lynn doing the other interview, Lynn Alexander, she said something I agree with. You probably need to come see this one twice
Yes.
to see everything because it is so fast paced. People are running here and there and yon, and you might miss some things if you just see it once. So I would highly recommend what she said and come see it the first weekend and then come again the second weekend.
Wow, I think this is going to be cool. And I want to say this too: the accent that Wadsworth had in the interview.
Yeah.
I mean, that was so cool. And obviously, he doesn't talk like that because you forget whenever you see a performance at the Albert Theater, and I'm sure other people have done this, you forget who's playing the part because
Yes.
they're so good at it. And who is playing Wadsworth?
His name is Eric Fry. He's been with us for probably maybe 4 or 5 performances now. He's done a lot of stuff in Hartwell, and he is very, very talented. I think probably the last thing you saw him in was Charlie Brown. He was Snoopy.
Yes.
So if you saw that, that's the same person. And yes, he has donning a British accent for his Wadsworth part.
I can't do it, but he does so good, and I really enjoyed that interview that I saw. So so cool. But y'all, you know what you got to do? You got to see the performance of Clue. So how do we get our tickets?
Well, they are on sale now, and people are already buying them. So I would recommend getting yours early, and you can call our office. On the phone, we can do your reservation, which is 706-283-1049. Or you can email me at cityofelberton.net, and I can make the reservation via email, and then you can just pick them up at the theater, or you can stop by our office at City Hall in person and just get your tickets in hand.
And this is for the production of Clue coming to the theater performance. And this is coming up September 9th, 10th, and 11th, and September 16th, 17th, and 18th. And this is going to be awesome.
Yes.
Awesome. Hey, production, I always like to ask about the set because each set is unique in each production. So tell us about this set. Was this a tough one? Because it looked like different
Oh, man.
scenes.
Yes. The word I keep using to describe this one is gargantuan.
Yes.
Like, it is a huge set.
It looked like
And
Tiffany had went to like 8 places
I'm telling you,
to
that's the
film.
point. Well,
Yes.
remember, the rooms are
Yeah.
divided up, and you got to figure out who's doing what
Yeah.
in each room. But, it is one that is definitely more involved than our basic set, if you want to call it a basic set. It has moving parts. There are pieces we've built out onto the edge of the stage that aren't normally there. And we have a lot of little trickery type things going on.
Yeah.
And the spearhead for all of that creation is Pat Bell. So
Pat's always a master
Yes.
of this. Yeah.
And he's been doing a wonderful job. Also, Bob Larson, who's playing Colonel Mustard, he has been helping Pat every day that they've worked. and Eric Jensen has been helping as well. So those three guys have really been the ones that have put the set together, and I am so grateful for them because this show would not be as good without the set.
That's right.
It is like a character itself.
Yeah.
So it is wonderful, and if you don't enjoy comedy and fun, just come see the set because it's amazing. But I think you'll have a great time regardless.
Awesome. Well, it is the production of Clue, part of your 2022 season, right here at the Elbert Theater. Come on out and see this awesome screen. It was based on the screenplay of Jonathan Lynn, and it is going to be awesome. I need to look for that movie you were talking about. didn't remember.
You'll love
Clue.
it.
Yeah.
You know Tim Curry?
Yes.
He's Wadsworth.
Oh,
in the
okay.
movie.
Is that with Netflix, or you know which?
I think it's on Amazon Prime, I think.
Okay, Amazon Prime. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's where I located it.
I have found myself going to Amazon Prime more than Netflix lately. I mean, so I don't know why, if they've taken stuff off of Netflix that we want to watch. I don't know. So I'm going to watch that and then look forward to this. I want us to give a shout out too. If I'm right, Tiffany does movies, or do you do the movies?
Like selecting them, or
Yes.
what?
Yeah.
That is a combination of a bunch of people, but
Just the
Tiffany is
yeah.
in charge of putting them together and helping us get the word out about the movies and
Okay.
doing all the technical stuff for the movies.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I want to say this. I've been impressed with the movies because we went last weekend to see Elvis. When I looked around the theater, I mean, it was about full. I had not been used to that,
Yeah.
and I thought, wow, Elvis is alive.
That was a very popular one, and
Yeah.
also Where the Crawdads Sing was very popular.
Yeah, so most of the staff here went. I know Callie went to see it. I don't know if Broughton did, but I think Callie had went to that. And then this weekend, Jake is all about, my son Jake is all about like, Dad.
Yeah.
We're going to see Thor. And I said, yeah. And Tony, I just want you to know as a dad and as I love that my son loves like going to these events at the theater. And I'll tell you this, he also loves popcorn. So
Yeah. Everybody loves the popcorn.
I think it's the best popcorn in any theater,
I
anywhere.
agree.
It's
Because
really,
when I go to ones in Athens, I'm like, it's not
Yes.
as good.
she asked me, did I want my butter layered? I was like, yes. But how much to enjoy these great shows, whether you at an Encore Productions performance or at a movie, to have this like neat snacks, and you leave and you realize you don't have to drive an hour back home,
Yes.
and so it's really cool.
I love that part.
And I just want to invite everybody, come out to see the performance of Clue. Come out this weekend for the movie Thor. That is a brand new movie that's in theaters now.
Love and Thunder.
And it's all right here at home at the theater.
Yes.
So
And you save yourself money, too,
that's right.
compared to other places
Yeah.
on top of having to drive and all that. But you
If
save
you go to
money.
Fox Theater, which is, I mean, that's an experience in itself. But if you go to Fox Theater, man, you can go out to eat and spend some big money on some food, parking. You're going to have to pay for that
Right.
and all that. Where in Elberton, you just go park for free. I mean,
and enjoy it. Yeah.
And we have some really nice dining. The Quarry Plates and Pours, which is right there near the theater. And of course, Richard's. And I know I'll miss somebody, but Papa's Pizza. There's so many good area restaurants around town as well. So, well, look, the performance of Clue and Tony King, co-director, with us today. Well, Tony, thank you so much. Anything else we want to spotlight on before we wrap it up?
I just wanted to tell the main 6 characters who was playing each of those, since people might know the characters from the game, and then they also might know these people as well. So we've got Lynn Alexander, as we mentioned. She's playing Mrs. White. Seth Baggett, that we mentioned, playing Professor Plum. And then we've got a newcomer to our stage, which she's done things elsewhere in the past, but her name is Emily, and I believe it's Eggenberger. I may be pronouncing her last name incorrectly, but I've only seen it written, not out loud. But Emily is playing Miss Scarlet, and she is fantastic. I'm so excited that she's in the cast. And then, of course, we've got Mrs. Peacock, and if you know Debbie Hartley, you know she's hilarious. Y'all have got to come see her. She's so funny. She's coming back to the stage after being gone for maybe 8-9 years, something like that. So we're very thrilled that she's back. She's doing a great job. And then, as we mentioned before, Bob Larson is playing Colonel Mustard, and he's hysterical. His character is so clueless. You cannot help but giggle at him.
I'm laughing right now, and I'm not even there.
He's so funny. He is. And then we have Mr. Green, who is played by Michael Weiss, who you've seen probably in the Carol Burnett Show sketches and Drinking Habits and things like that. So he's a very funny actor, too. And I'm just thrilled with this cast. They're all doing a wonderful job, and I hope that everybody comes to see them perform and have a great time while they do it.
All right, y'all. It is coming up September 9th, 10th, and 11th, and September 16th, 17th, and 18th. Go ahead and get your tickets now at 706-283-1049. That's 706-283-1049. Your box office is located at City Hall. That's at 203 Elbert Street right here in Elberton. And as always, you can email Tony at tking@cityofelberton.net. Thank you, Tony.
Thank you so much. We appreciate you.
All right, and that is a look at our Community Spotlight, again brought to you by Georgia Farm Bureau. If you are not canning yet, you should get to the canning class. It's going on right now as we speak at First United Methodist Church. You can call for registration and see if they can get you in, 706-283-3675. Thanks for tuning in to today's Community Spotlight on the performance of Clue, and many thanks to Tony King. Hey, stay tuned. More of your country favorites are on this way on this Thursday. Justin Moore coming up, and right now it's Earl Thomas Conley. It's Fire and Smoke. Y'all have a wonderful Thursday.